Max, the unexpected
Before we
hero.
start, kindly
Max was
subscribe
no
my channel.
ordinary dog. He was a golden retriever with a heart full of love and a knack for getting into hilarious situations. He lived in a quiet town with his owner, Jake, a kind-hearted man who rescued Max as a puppy. One summer afternoon, Jake took Max to the park for their usual walk. While playing fetch, Max suddenly stopped, ears perked up, and ran off towards the lake. Jake panicked and ran after him, calling his name, but Max wouldn't stop. When Jake finally caught up, he saw Max paddling in the water, pulling something toward the shore. To Jake's surprise, it was a little girl. She had wandered too close to the water's edge and fallen in. Max had seen her struggling and jumped in without hesitation. By the time Jake reached them, Max had already brought the girl safely to shore. The girl's parents rushed over, crying and thanking Jake and Max for their help. But Jake knew it was all Max. That day, Max became the town's hero, and the mayor even gave him a special medal for bravery. But to Max, none of that mattered. He just wagged his tail, happy to have helped. From that day on, Max wasn't just Jake's best friend. He was a legend. Bruno the life-saving stray. Bruno was a scruffy, stray German shepherd mix who roamed the streets of a small town. Despite having no home, he was well known and loved by the locals who often fed him scraps. He was gentle, smart, and had a habit of following kids to make sure they got home safely. One chilly evening, as Bruno wandered near the old bridge, he heard a faint cry for help. His ears perked up, and he sprinted toward the sound. Near the riverbank, a young boy, Tommy, had slipped and fallen into the icy water while playing. The current was pulling him away, and he was struggling to stay afloat. Without hesitation, Bruno leaped into the freezing river. He paddled furiously, reaching Tommy just in time. The boy clung to Bruno's thick fur as the brave dog fought against the current, slowly pulling him back to the shore. By the time they reached land, Tommy was shivering but safe. Hearing the commotion, a passerby rushed over and called for help. When Tommy's parents arrived, they were in tears, hugging their son and thanking Bruno over and over. The next day, the town mayor held a special ceremony, naming Bruno the town's guardian angel. From that day on, Bruno was no longer a stray. Tommy's family adopted him, giving him a warm home, a soft bed, and endless love. But even with a family, Bruno never stopped looking out for the people of the town, because that's just who he was.